The Epistle of James is the 59th book in the Bible, the 20th in the New Testament. It's got 5 chapters and 108 verses. The Epistle of James is a parallel with the book of Proverbs in the Old Testament. James was probably one of the first New Testament books or letters written. The theme of James is the fact that it's an epistle that is about justification before men. We ought to live our life and be a testimony and a light to lost people. James focuses on matching your beliefs with your actions. James teaches us how to put Christianity into shoe leather or living a Christian life on a daily basis before men. It's how to live in this world. It was probably written between 45 and 50 A.D. before the fall of Jerusalem. And we know that James, the half-brother of the Lord Jesus, is more than likely the writer. And it was written to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad who were Christians that had been scattered probably on the persecution of Stephen and different folks in the church there at Jerusalem. I want to preach on this thought, understanding Christian testing and temptations. Now, God has one Son without sin. You listen? God has one Son without sin. But He has no Son that is without trials. Many Christians fall into doubts when trials come to their life. God does not promise to deliver us from trials, but to deliver us through them. 1 Corinthians says, there is no temptation taking you but such as is common to man, but He is faithful who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you're able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that you may be able to bear it. Trials are not an indication that you are being punished by God. You let a Christian get sick or some trouble come on, well, I wonder what they did. Remember that one man, the guy that was blind? The disciples said, well, did he sin or did his parents sin? And he said neither. It said, so God could be glorified because He was going to heal him. And so God has a purpose in everything, but just because somebody's going through a trial, just because somebody's having trouble, does not necessarily mean that they're being punished by God. Now, if you were sinless like Jesus Christ, you would still experience trial.
Yeah.
Did He not experience trial?
Yes, He did.
Hebrews 4:14 said, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So Jesus, even though He was sinless and did no sin, neither guile was found in His mouth, He was perfect, 100% human, 100% God at the same time, and did no sin, He still suffered trials and temptations.